Yo, it's your boy White Stacks, the engineer at All Pro Studios, letting you know that the podcast was recorded at and brought to you by All Pro Studios, 2738 Rojero Road, Jacksonville, Florida, 904-742-7776. Over 25 years of recording and production experience under one roof. So give them a call to set up your next session today, 904-742-7776.
Heavy smoking, heavy choking, that's that lie. Yeah, I'm a young hippie nigga and I say it proud. Pass me a swisher, but I prefer paper. Break that diesel down, now see you later. And you can look into my eyes and see I ain't no faker. I grind 24/7, I'm a paper chaser. Shout out to Briscoe, fruits on my labor. This beat is timeless, so I had to grab my pen and paper and spit some real shit about this high life. Don't worry about me, worry about you, this is my life. I take it one day at a time as I inhale. From '06 to '07, I was in jail, trying to get my mind together for my mission failed. About to lose my damn mind, mama catching hell. So I take a hit, her this Mary Jane, cause it's the only thing that can ease the fucking pain. So I take a hit, her this Mary Jane, cause it's the only thing that can ease
I'm
the
just
fucking
trying to
pain.
get high up to the sky and float on a cloud, cause all we smoke is loud. All day, every day, we on this hay. So spark up a J and pass it this way, hey, right now.
Roll papers, roll rollers, roll trays. It's a roll life, so spark up a J. I remember when I used to smoke that Reggie Miller. Now every time I'm twisting up, it be that killer, like that nigga Hitler. I get up on the beat and put that thriller in Manila. Then spark up another and drop the shit realer. And the reason for that, cause shit for realer. Grinding every day, trying to get a dollar. They say to be successful, you gotta wear a collar. Then to sit up in the crackers that you gotta be a scholar. All I wanna do is get money and roast collar greens. If you know what I mean, I'm on the scene. So fresh and so clean, THC up in my LUNGS. Yeah, I say THC up in my LUNGS. So I take a hit, but it's Mary Jane, cause it's the only thing that can
I'm just trying to get high up to the sky and float on a cloud, cause all we smoke is loud. All day, every day, we on this hay. So spark up a J and pass it this way, hey, right.
When I roll up shit, I get stupid. Free my nigga Vito and free Lil Boosie. Big fine black bitch, feeling on a coochie and smoking on that purple shit. That shit that gon' pursue me. I'm fucking with them top boys, Al B and bottom boys. Boy, the grab that chopper, but he gon' make a lot of noise. Higher than the bitch, and y'all already know. Smoking straight perk J's, no four loco. Attitude cocky when I'm out, they say I'm rude. Don't wanna get that pussy, but another bitch do. I'm thugging in my J's with my head to the sky, and I can stay with one bitch, but I bet I stay high. I met that nigga Chili, let me tell you what he said. I heard your ass snapping and your eyes stay red. I told him nigga shit, me and you, we bout our bread. Me and you, we smoking perk, we ain't fucking with the meds.
I'm just trying to get high up to the sky and float on a cloud, cause all we smoke is loud. All day, every day, we on this hay. So spark up a J and pass it this way, hey, right now.
You know we talk that bud talk. You feel me? This your boy Justin Plains.
And your boy White Stacks.
This is episode 4
Four
of
up.
Bud Talk, the Stoners Lane podcast. It's our platform. This our shit. This is what we doing for our brand. So you're gonna hear a whole lot of us. You feel me? Today we got actually this is impromptu than a motherfucker. We got an unexpected guest. You know what I'm saying? But it's the guest to have. We ain't know when it was going down, but it's going down. We got the man behind the motherfucking brand himself. Dreamers How Fly. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Stoner's Lane. What it do, bruh?
Cash my side, how about that? What it do, man? It's your boy Dream is how I fly, man. Excuse my voice. I've been under the weather, and I've been in the studio recording, so yeah.
So that's another piece of news right there. My dog been doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's new content, newer content. The song y'all heard at the beginning just now, we played the whole track because again, this is our podcast and man, we got
do what
the
the
man
fuck
in the
we wanna
studio.
do.
Yeah, we do what the fuck we want to do. We got the man in the studio. That was his song. That was what that was? Get High.
Get High, by me featuring Tiana Vinay. Shout out to Tiana. And Trailer Trail, Mr. Talk About.
Yeah, that's another track from the Stoners Lane mixtape. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna do that more, man. Like, again, this is our platform. We're gonna promote our brand. We're gonna promote, what the people behind our brand got going on. And we're gonna help my brother to continue to get his music heard, man. Like he ain't make it for it to just sit somewhere.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. But it's dope to have you here, bro, for this episode. We gonna run it like we normally run it, but you finna give us a lot more to talk about. You know what I'm saying? The people got questions.
We've got answers. Looking
all however many people. Shout out again to the listeners, to the followers, to the people who've been giving us plays on that SoundCloud and sharing the links and giving us feedback and leaving comments. The shit really doing something that
big up to Nakia,
yeah, her amongst others.
the home girl.
We hoped that the podcast was gonna, of course, get an audience, but it's doing it faster than we thought, dog. Like, this
Yeah,
shit crazy,
I'm
bro.
definitely tuned in myself. I'm loving it.
We just made some changes to the SoundCloud account too. So those of y'all who are following us on SoundCloud and have been trying to put your people on, there was a technical difficulty where one of the episodes was unavailable for a minute, but we fixed that, and now you and your people and whoever else will be able to go back and hear all of the episodes of the Stoners Lane podcast from jump. Y'all gonna get to hear and witness the development of the podcast from sound quality to production to guests to shit that we got to talk about. Like, we're gonna try to make this shit, every episode gonna hopefully be better than the last episode. And we starting this one off better because, again, we got one of the rawest guests to have on this particular podcast.
We weren't gonna do a guest till the 5th show, so
yeah.
Well, damn it, you got me.
We got you. So we broke all the rules for Dremis.
That's
You know
what's
what I
up.
mean?
For the How Fly Hippie.
That's what's up.
Nah,
I'm
for
glad
real
to be
though.
here.
For real, bro. Like, we thought, we know you stay busy. Like, aside from the music, of course, that they hear, you a man of many hats, man. You do a lot of shit. You be on the move, and the podcast was not really put together as something for you to have to, put time to the side for to be a part of every episode. I really wanted you to be a guest. I wanted you to be showcased on here. Now, you could be a recurring, guest, because you ain't really a guest to the brand, but you a guest to the show tonight. You feel me? So you can fall through this bitch and holler at us anytime.
Yep.
Any episode. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if we got another guest scheduled. You can come and be a part of that episode.
Oh, the Us 3 and Spec or Us 3 and Steve, those are gonna be some epic.
I'm about to brain my lungs for real. And my stomach. Because that's going to be crazy.
Those are gonna be some epic episodes for real.
Them boys some real deal fools.
Clowns.
Light Dreamers, you might have to forgive my voice. I ain't been in the studio recording
He ain't
nothing
been
like
on a
that.
fuck
but
thing all day.
I've been hanging out with man, I just slid up on these boys from hanging out with our first guest of the show, TJ, T to the Jizzle. Me and him put a couple in the air, had us some bud talk, and we were drinking a little white liquor or whatever. And I pull up to the studio, and these boys in here with a bottle of Patron, and we finna touch that.
Let the record say that I'm holding a cup of coffee.
He has a cup of coffee.
All right, there's a cup of coffee in the studio as well.
Yeah. And you know what?
But,
I'll stick with that stereotype. Yes, the white man brought coffee to the party.
All right.
So I'm cool with that.
Yeah, my dumb ass ain't stopped to get nothing to drink, so
Stupid
if I
ass.
sound a bit parched, fuck it. I ain't finna get fucked up on this Patron
You
trying
ain't got to. You can take little baby sips of shots. Yeah, it ain't got to be full shots because I'm sipping and, I gotta keep from staying parched myself.
Beverages come with sponsorship money. So buttontalkpodcast@gmail.com.
You heard me? Yeah, hit us up directly if you want to sponsor us. Otherwise, our listeners, man, just keep listening. Keep supporting us.
And
keep
sharing
the
if you feel like it.
podcast.
Yeah.
The viewership is going to be, honestly, one of the biggest types of support we can get, the listenership, because it's going to be tracked, it's going to be documented, and we'll be able to get other people to pay us for us to entertain y'all the way that y'all say we do. So keep that up for us. We appreciate every bit of that shit for real.
When them checks start coming,
We
call
definitely
me
appreciate
Billy.
it.
Well, we're going to start this bitch off like we always do. Dreamers, if you say you tuned in, so if you're familiar, last episode, we tried to start off with a little segment that I'm still working with the title of Pass the Joint. So that's where we going. Even though everybody don't smoke weed, that's just something that we do as a salute sometime. If you got some of that good shit and you fuck with somebody, the first thing you want to do is let them hit your weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you sitting there smoking, you know what I'm saying, and a nigga you fuck with, just happen to come around, you gonna offer, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with liquor. You a drinker, you gonna offer somebody some fine cognac, some fine bourbon or something. So that's what we doing. We passing the joint, man. I'm gonna lose the order of these how we been doing them. I know the first one we started off, we gave Chef Cartel the little Stoners Lane salute for the episode.
Yeah.
That was before we had a title to it, but we really shouted him out for what he do in the city with his craft and everything else, his philanthropy with him, just giving back and doing what he can when he can. Last episode, we shouted out May.
Yeah.
We shouted out Qualam from here from All Pro Studios. So we're gonna do the same thing this week. We're gonna pass the joint. You can partake if you want to. If you got something that you've been peeping that you really want to like shout out and uplift and just we do it a little different from a lot of shows that what I'm saying have something. A lot of people promote negativity and the first thing they start they show off with is tell you what kind of bullshit going on.
Yeah.
But we trying something else. So I handed it off to Damon last episode. I'm gonna see if he got something on his mind this one and see if he wanna shout something out specifically. I already know mine, but I'm gonna let y'all boys, get off first. So who you passing the joint to this week? You don't know yet? Yeah.
Nope.
See, there y'all go, listeners. Like this shit
I
ain't
don't know.
this shit ain't scripted. We don't sit down and have no meeting before this shit.
And I've
So
been
I'm gonna start it
thinking-
off then. I'm passing the joint this week to really my city. I can put some names out there. I'm gonna say John Marcus, John Cartel again, Vern from Fly Shit Only, Fly Clothing Company. But them specifically, just in the last day, I saw them really take the initiative to uplift our city via social media. Like they just like really flooded our timelines with promoting black businesses within our city. And they solicited for the city to like help them with that. They just say, man, if you got a business, let me know. Comment on my shit with the name of your business. I'm promoting black businesses today. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's pretty dope.
they really investing time into the shit. They are specifically posting about various black businesses, whether it's food, hair, all kind of services, dog, just everything. So I really salute that shit. It was crazy how it all is. Well, it wasn't crazy. I would expect them three specifically to do something like that, but it was dope how they all took off on it on the same day.
Yeah, I thought it was just me. I thought it when I went down my timeline a couple of times, I was peeping that it was like it was consecutively, like it was like back to back to back.
It wasn't just one
It
post.
wasn't just one. Yeah, it was a lot of it.
They wasn't just sharing something that came across their timeline. Like they
A lot of positivity.
exclusively
A
black
lot of it.
businesses in the city of Duval to let y'all know like we doing something too. And for those of y'all who say that y'all want to support, now you know who to support. You know what I'm saying? Just holler at somebody, man. Shop with us, man. We gotta have a community, dog. Like more than just the street around the corner from your street, but literally like a community. The city got to be supportive of the city and not just only supporting the big shit that's not from this city but has expanded to this city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the key to true power for real.
Yeah, you got to really start at home, man. Like,
Right.
and I mean, I see some of us doing it. Like we holler at each other for t-shirts. We support each other's brands and shit. I love it, but I like the promotion of the shit like actively, like how that shit was going on today. You got one that you want to share with us, bro? You got somebody you really want to shout out who doing something in the city, man? Who you fuck with? Who you would pass the joint to?
Yeah, I actually got two. And mine's is pretty special, you know what I'm saying? I know this is unexpectedly, but I'm gonna pass the joint to Damon Downing
Huh.
and
Don't say
Justin
Yeah.
Lacey. I'm gonna say their full names.
That's a bet.
Justin Lacey and Damon Downing, aka White Stacks, aka Justin Plains.
Yeah.
High Life 904. It's been a minute since like Justin has told y'all before. Like I work a lot. Like it's too many words to explain how much I work and run circles around my damn self.
Yeah, man.
But dog, to be sitting here in this podcast right now, this is overwhelming for real. Like y'all put this together for real. Y'all did like a lot of stuff we've been talking about in the last couple of years. Like we gonna put this together and we gonna do this and do that. Like this wasn't even something that y'all talked about for a long time. Y'all like this was a small couple conversation and then voila,
Boom.
You feel what I'm saying? Like God pretty much placed it for y'all to actually go forth with it.
Yeah.
And besides that, I really just want to say I'm proud of y'all. Y'all boys work 24/7 to just go to desperate extra measure to provide for y'all family. Like a lot of people don't know deep, like where what a nigga really be going through for real. Like you know, so like you were saying on one of your episodes, like watch how you come at me because you never know what I'm going through. And what I'm really going through is, and I'm really grinding and breaking my neck every day, and I'm dealing with other people bull to make sure my people straight. Not only just me, but my people and my family and friends that are around me. And like that touched me, and I really noticed that. Like I don't text y'all boys or hit y'all up and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying, you doing a good job, and I see you because, like I say, I'm running circles around my damn self. So, but I do want to pass the joint to y'all boys. All right, like I'm proud of y'all boys. Y'all boys doing y'all thing for real.
That's a bet.
Appreciate you,
Yeah.
my brother.
We're going to pass a real joint after this episode. I got one in my pocket.
I'm
Fuck
ready
that
to smoke.
bullshit.
Before I got here, I didn't get a chance.
That's
But
what's
yeah,
up.
big up to my brothers, man. White Stacks and Justin Plains, man. I fuck with y'all boy. I love y'all boys.
Hey,
Love
really
you
appreciate
too,
it,
bro.
man. You know
Yeah.
I love you, bro. Hey, this is our ultimate pass to joint to you. Like I say, this is something I thought of to promote something that you thought of. You feel me? You came up with Stoner's Lane by your damn self, dog. I done already told the people. You feel me? Like we've been
history.
around each other since we were teenagers. Since I was 15, he was 16, 17 years old. We've been around each other for a minute. We 30 something now, and
Old as fuck.
there was a time where we weren't, just like he just said, just due to life, we weren't able to hang out as often. We were close to each other. We spoke a lot, but we weren't able to hang out on a day-to-day for a period of time. And during that period of time, you really put in some work and put together a project of music and started a brand. And well, you know what I'm saying? You put together the music that evolved into the brand. And you know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with that so hard that it inspired me, dog. Like I ain't never really had no aspirations that I chased after. I've had a lot of cool ass ideas. I've had a lot of business aspirations, but
We all do.
yeah, but a nigga, this is something that I was like, this inspired me to work. This inspired me to take steps and spend money and spend time and shit. We've done. You know, we've seen this shit from literally the bottom up.
Yeah, we really like.
So we made the logo. You know what I'm saying? We made
Dirt.
merchandise with the logo, and now we here. I was like, man, I just want to have a platform.
Our shit was like that. Our
Water
shit,
on it, made a little mud thing. And
our shit was like
pasted together like.
our shit was like an 8-mile grind for real.
Real shit.
I've never shot myself, but I was like rabbit though.
You
for
look
real,
like
with the-
like Cheddar Bob.
Nah, yeah, nah.
You really look
look
like.
like Cheddar
Cheddar.
I feel you, and fuck all y'all. But you know, with my hoopty and just out grinding in miserable, fucked up conditions, and just like from the ground up for real. Without a secret weapon of an investor, like that shit just
Yeah,
poof.
just
You know what I'm saying?
And-
just time
see,
and patience.
That's kind of
Yeah.
what this came from, because when you got investors or when you got money, you can oftentimes pay to have whatever it is you got going on promoted on a certain platform.
Exactly.
You can buy your way in. You can buy a ticket. You can, you know what I'm saying? You can buy advertising time and things like that. And this is just proof of how much we want it, because I thought of this as just another platform for us to promote us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can reach out to who we want at our own expense. It don't really, you know, it's cost us something, but this is our platform. We control this platform, so we can promote us as much as we want to, whether it's parties y'all we got going on or whatever new
Whatever.
merchandise gonna be coming out at a certain time, we got this the first place we'll be able to go to talk about it, and whoever fucking with us exclusively gonna hear about it here.
Hey, it's
Exactly.
funny. It's funny you say that because this is golden for real. Like, you know, like is the lifestyle that we've kind of endured on, and you know what I'm saying, kind of like relaxed off of.
Yeah.
Like other people have. I wouldn't say bite, but at the same time, it's really what it is. Like, you know, people follow trends, but people don't follow trends on people that they don't think is cool or, you know, that's kind of what Stoner's Lane came from, you know what I'm saying? It's a lifestyle. We're in our own lane, you feel what I'm saying? And now that when y'all started dropping the podcast, bro,
I've seen a lot
people
pop up.
are trying
and-
to do podcasts.
Yeah.
Just like when we started dropping the clothing line and dropping our brand, even though other people have their own brands and and ways that they want to brand themselves, after we dropped Stoner's Lane,
Shit started
so
taking
many
off.
people
Yeah.
started dropping brands and tried to make their clothing lines and trying to brand themselves. And some of those people are actually successful with it. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, just like other people paved the way for us, how we branched off of the lifestyle of other people and doing our own thing, it's people that's up under us that's doing that, and that's big for real. Like, that just mean like we doing something right. That mean it's working.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's working. Like,
And people are watching. We
people
know. We know.
People
Yeah,
are watching.
bitch.
Somebody did
Yeah.
a podcast the other day, and it wasn't even a podcast.
It was everybody going live on their phone.
Yeah, like
I
it
saw
wasn't a podcast,
Yeah.
but
Hey,
at
that
the
was
same
raw.
time, that was raw because
Yeah.
they actually was doing the same thing we did, except for they were just a whole different format.
No,
Yeah.
and that's all it is. That's what made me get into this game. Before I decided to create a podcast, I was listening to podcasts. And like I said,
Exactly.
just the various ones I was listening to, it made me think, I'm like, bitch, I could do this. You know what I'm saying? And like what they
Exactly.
doing, it wasn't like, I'm not saying I could do it as in they don't have enough skill, because the people I listen to, man, they skilled at what they do. And I learned that when we recorded our first episode. As ready
Yeah.
as I was like, oh, this shit take development.
Yeah.
But it was like you say, I saw something, it inspired me, and I tried it. And people see us. And honestly, we also opening up a world of media that some of our people never fucked with.
Yeah.
Some of our friends don't listen to podcasts. They don't understand the
Exactly.
concept, but they fuck with us. And when they hear what we doing, they're like, damn, I like this. I just like this form of media. I didn't even know I would like to sit and listen to people have a fucking conversation.
Exactly.
But we're popping now. People pay attention to you when you popping for real, because you got to think about it. Back in the day, bro, when we was on like Ustream.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man,
No,
we've
wasn't
been doing this shit.
We've been doing it, but like, wasn't nobody paying attention to it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had a smidget of an audience.
But you right,
when we was
though,
doing
bruh.
it. They weren't paying attention, but we wasn't popping back
popping.
then.
Yeah, we popping now.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? God make a way for everything. You feel what I'm saying?
what's up.
See, I
man.
was cool with the podcast idea because I always said with a lot of the ways a lot of our nights ended up back in summer 15 and shit like that.
Yeah.
I was always saying we need a camera crew for
We should
real.
record
We should have a
this.
reality
This should
show
be captured.
because like the
Gonna
epic
get there.
the epicness of what was going on and what goes on is like you can't tell the story, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it would be it'd be entertaining as fuck, even a webisode. So when
That's
when
coming
the
too.
podcast
Oh, that's
shit
coming.
came, yeah, let's do it. And it just so happens got a studio. We can
All
do
that
it.
gonna come in time.
You know, so
In due time.
That's
it's
what's up,
coming.
man. So, hey, pass the joint to Stoner's Lane, bitch.
you feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
That way.
But hey,
I didn't pass my
that's
J yet.
metaphorically, hypothetically. But when you see us, if you salute us, pass the joint. But hey, if you don't, fuck it. We probably smoking good
Just
anyway.
don't, yeah, I was just gonna say. y'all,
Don't pass no booze.
y'all know about us. You know what I'm saying? You know what time it is when you come
Straight
around the
gas.
real Stoner's Lane.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's that
Straight
segment,
gas.
man. Hey, we good. Like, so, like I did last time. I'm gonna keep the.
I didn't pass my J.
Oh, you still gonna do it?
Yeah.
See, I thought you were gonna cancel.
Oh, you thought about it now.
Oh, I
you
thought
got you
about
one.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pass your
You got to
joint, bro.
pass
Who
the
you
J
passing the
to
joint?
Greg G3 Bell.
Oh man,
Because-
I can't forget about Greg.
Got to pass the J to him.
Got to.
He is one of, for one, his artwork and his videos and everything that he touches is gold. And for two, he is probably one of the most selfless businessmen in Jacksonville when it comes to whatever he can provide.
Yeah.
Like he's not on no crab shit for real. If you need something and he has it and it's not gonna cost him anything or any sweat to provide it for you.
You're right.
You know,
He's one of the reasons
He's
that
one of the
Stoner's
only-
Lane is the way
Yeah.
it is today.
yeah,
Yeah.
He did my artwork for Stoner's Lane.
yeah.
Some
He
of
did
it.
he did all of it.
He did some
No,
of it.
I'm talking about the mixtape.
Oh, for the mixtape.
For
Oh,
the
damn real, yeah.
For the
Yeah.
mixtape, he did my artwork. He did the photo shoot first, then he did the artwork, and he did the printing up and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Troy Solomon, because he made the platform for us to actually have a place to sit down and do that at as well. So, you know,
Yeah.
Greg Bell, without Greg Bell, that Stoner's Lane album wouldn't be so dope.
Oh, right. That real shit. I remember now. I
Yeah.
remember now.
And,
Yeah.
I asked you who did that shit.
Yeah, Greg Bell did my photo, like, and didn't charge me nothing.
That was when I met Greg. I met Greg in Troy when Troy had the
print shop.
The
You
print
met
shop.
him in the print shop.
yeah, right here on this same street we on right now.
I'm at 2 houses down.
Yeah.
El
You know what I'm saying?
O'Hara.
Yeah.
I met him right there, and I saw him in there and Fat Chick. You know what I'm saying? They were the graphic designers in the print shop at that time, and them boys, even to this day, are still very supportive of each other's work and grind. But yeah, you're right. Greg he's damn, boy, that's a hell of a passing joint that you just came
Stand-up
up with.
guy.
Today, bro.
I hadn't met Greg until I put a bulletin up on Facebook because I was looking for a certain piece of equipment.
Yeah.
And he called, or he hit me and was like, "I have one for you." And I was looking to purchase a piece of equipment, and I hit him like, "Yo, how much you want?" No, you can have it. It doesn't work with my system, so here. And I went to his office at like 9 o'clock at night, and he handed it to me and was like, "Well, I'm about to leave too." Well, appreciate you, bro. Now that was the first time we'd ever spoken was him responding to that shit.
That's awesome.
He's a very humble guy.
Yeah.
Very humble.
And I had a very similar situation like that, interaction like that with him right prior to yours, and I was able to hear from him, that he would rather give if he got what you may need to invest in yourself to make what he sees as your dream come true. He'd rather give that to you than like charge you for it. He wanna see you flourish,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And that's just an awesome trait to have as a human being, dog. Like, and that's what this particular segment is about. These people who just possess these awesome human being traits, dog, where they, everybody ain't hating this ain't exactly totally the crab pot city that, you know what I'm saying, everybody said it's a crab pot city because niggas just like crab pots in Jacksonville, dog. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like seafood, bitch.
For real.
Because crabs, that's not a skill that crabs have, is pulling crabs back down in a fucking barrel. Crabs ain't supposed to be in a barrel. That's not their motherfucking natural environment. So it's a different struggle. The crab might be pulling a crab down in a barrel to save his ass from death. You know what I'm saying? But our city does support, man, and
see,
that
I'm
was a
starting to
perfect
see
example.
that. Cause I'm starting to see that because I was on that mentality. Oh, this a crab ass city, and there's a lot of crab ass shit that does.
I mean,
go
you are
on,
what
but-
you eat, and Jacksonville
but
eats crabs like a
eats
motherfucker.
lot of crabs. I mean,
There's a crab house on damn near every
I was about
corner.
to say we got more crab houses and liquor stores than anything around this motherfucker. But people like that, people like John Cartel, and a few people we have named, and a few people that we haven't named yet are starting to show me that there's a different DNA running through the city.
Yeah.
So my hope has been restored. But
That's what's up.
But yeah, big shout out to G3 Media.
Big shout out, man.
Shout out,
You
bro.
know,
Big shout out.
Greg, you got to come on the show one day,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
On the
Got to.
podcast.
Hey.
I mean, not for your filming capabilities. Like, I mean, we might work that into it, but you got to be a guest. And if you and your
Exactly.
camera equipment want to be the guest, then that's what it is.
yeah.
I'm gonna reach out.
And
Shit,
I'm
we
gonna
gonna
reach out and see what it is. Yeah.
It's-
That one gonna be pretty dope. He's a real intelligent guy, so
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a good show.
Yeah. So, next segment, are we gonna do "Don't Blow My High" now, or
Yeah,
are
man.
we gonna wait?
I was sitting here. If you saw
I
me
still
looking at my
can't think of
phone,
nothing, but
I'm trying to
y'all
decide
can-
like if I want to put it at the end, but we're gonna do the same bipolar shit we did last
Yeah.
episode. We go from, you know what I'm saying, passing the joint and saluting something
To the calm the
we
fuck
got Don't
down.
Blow My High. We got a segment that's inspired by one of your tracks, bro. Don't blow my high, nigga.
Don't
You
blow
know
my
how it
high.
is. But in this particular, part of the podcast, man, we spotlight something that it can either be a regular everyday nuance, something that, you know what I'm saying, might get on your nerves, or it could be something that might have happened within the last week or so, whether it's in like, you know what I'm saying, your personal life or just in news, but something you heard or saw or happened to you that blew your high that you want to, like, you know what I'm saying, hey man, don't do that. You know, that's what we say, don't blow my high with that shit, man.
Dreamers has plenty. He works in the club industry.
I do. Man. I'm sitting over here really like it's a million things like fluttering through my head, like you flipping through a big book of pages. Like,
Yeah.
bruh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Well, I got one
go ahead.
for this week. I'm gonna set this up before I do it because I don't want it to be taken the wrong way. My don't blow my high for this week, for this episode of the Bud Talk podcast, has to do with Jacksonville, Florida's very own local porn. I don't even want to say porn
Took it the wrong
star.
way.
Porn amateur.
Amateur.
That one's gonna be taken.
She might be a star locally now. She did make it to TV.
Local celebrity is an
She has
oxymoron.
multiple videos on X videos.
She's got multiple videos on her Twitter feed.
I
Trust me,
care not
know.
to.
The porn site X videos.
No, yeah, take it. I care not to actually mention her name. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to look like, you know, anything bad. Slam.
Her initials are BJ. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
DJ.
Yo.
So yeah, but the reason she is included in my Don't Blow My High segment is she's recently gone definitely locally viral for her sexual entertainment antics. She uploaded a video of herself on her own Twitter sucking and fucking in Jacksonville's multi-million-dollar courthouse.
Yep.
I'm talking about this is an extravagant establishment.
Just
that
don't sit down if
fucks
you're
up
on
the
the fourth
lives of
floor
a
of
lot
the
of people
hallway.
on a daily basis. And listen, I've had my own dealings in the courthouse. I done had to go to court a time or two myself. My mother actually works in that building. You know what I'm saying? For a judge.
Hey.
And check this out. I've been in that building, and every time I've been in that building in my life or
It's
any
been
other courthouse in Jacksonville,
buzzing
Florida,
and busy.
that motherfucker is crawling
I
with
was
people.
just finna say, like, bruh,
Yeah.
No, listen.
how was it dead
to me,
when she
dog.
flipped
Well,
the camera?
I could tell. Yeah. For one,
there
how was it
wasn't a
dead?
soul in there, bro.
Yeah. And she had supposedly just gotten out of court. So imagine that.
Oh my God, bruh.
So check this.
Yeah.
The reason that situation is on Don't Blow My High is not because of what she did. Because I'm gonna be honest, she almost deserved to be in the Pass the Joint segment for what she did.
I really want to bring her in.
You feel me?
So she can get on this podcast.
Because check
So we
this
can get a
out,
first-hand perspective.
see what that BJ talking
Hey, you feel me? What that mouth do?
man. But check it. She on that part, she legend, dog. Cause like I say, anybody from Jacksonville or who done been in that courthouse know that that's legendary. For you to fuck around like that in there, you deserve a salute. You deserve something.
That was definitely going down in history.
Cause check it. I've been seeing her sucking and fucking, so I can't shout her out nor hate on her for that. She's like y'all just said. I've seen her on the porn site, on X videos or whatever, on just regularly online sucking and fucking. So that wasn't nothing extravagant to me. And it was the fact, if you a thrill chaser, that's a thrill right there.
You win. You win.
She win,
Shit.
and the nigga whose face is not seen at all
Oh,
in the video.
and she is so
he
slick with the
wins,
camera angles,
bitch.
bro.
Winning.
She was so slick with the camera
She
angles,
is
bro.
definitely the first African American to fuck and suck
On camera in the courthouse.
in a courthouse.
If anybody else did it, they didn't take
To
themselves doing it and
completion.
upload the shit.
are
To completion.
highly bold.
To completion.
Ain't no, and I ain't
Like,
gonna lie, me,
he like-
if that was me
Yeah.
sitting down with my meat out,
Yeah.
oh no,
No.
I don't even think I don't think I could have did that. I might have would have bitched up on that situation.
Eh,
Hey, I told
real.
my fiance the other day, I said, baby, I'm telling you right now, baby, I ain't with that kind of freaky shit. I would have told you, get the fuck away from like, don't even talk to me
Hey.
right now. You bring up some shit like that in the courthouse, you
Not
gotta
up
get
in
the
here.
fuck from around me.
Not up in here.
I'm gonna sit on a whole nother bench from my
I don't
old
even
lady.
like being in the courthouse. You trying to get niggas some head in the courthouse?
No.
On the bench in front of the door that you got to walk in and stand in front of the judge.
There's
Don't rush
judges and
me.
police in there.
Not ready.
Yo.
But the reason that situation is my don't blow my high for this don't blow my high. Anyway, the reason that's my don't blow my high is not really her, but just the internet, dog. Cause when this shit went down at 9:00 in the morning, when I got to work, I get to work at 9:30 in the morning. So I would happen to look at my phone and my shit
That was the talk of the town.
flooded. That was at 9 in the morning, bro.
That's when it's the busiest.
9:30 is.
Listen to me.
What? That's when you got. That's the time that be on the top of your paper that you got to go to court majority of the time.
BJ is a G, bro.
I'm like, dog, she had, because my only thing was, you can't be in there when that bitch ain't open. It's not that kind of building.
No.
So I'm like, she got to be sucking that would have to be the janitor or somebody who could get her in before.
Had the signs up at the end of the hall that says closed for cleaning.
It had, bruh. And
just don't get
She's
it.
just legendary. But anyway, my timeline was flooded with the shit early in the morning, and it was a bunch of naive people who didn't know who she was first of all. So now this chick new to the world. It was a lot of other people who was shaming her for sucking and fucking. Like, you can't do that. She sucks and fucks on purpose. That's
She's
professional.
proud of it. Yeah.
She gets paid to
It's
do
not
it.
something that leaked. Like, she
Yeah.
posted that.
Yeah.
So that was part of my don't blow my high. Like, y'all shaming you can't shame somebody for their lifestyle. Like, if that's what they that's like trying to say to me I should be ashamed of myself for smoking a joint. Man, you don't get the fuck on so well.
That's just like saying, look at Pinky Porn Star sucking dick again.
Yeah, right.
Duh. But the negative comments about the shit, like, people were talking so much shit about, y'all don't know why y'all so excited about this shit. This dumb bitch to upload this and she gonna end up going to jail behind this shit. Yeah, like, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. People go to jail for crimes, and y'all couldn't think of one crime that had been committed in that video.
No.
They even said that on the
Yeah.
And, but I knew that.
Yeah.
They said that on the
Yeah,
news.
the crime analyst, what his name, Gil Smith. I don't want to mess
So
up his
tired
name.
of seeing
But
his
like,
fucking name.
before I read that he said that, I was already saying that to people. I'm like, listen to me. This is how crime works. Crime is normally an act, you know what I'm saying, committed against another person or a piece of someone's property. So you either vandalizing something, you taking something from somebody, you hurting somebody. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do none of that. Crime has to be witnessed by a person. There was
Yep.
nobody there to report
Nope.
that she was sucking and fucking in the courthouse, but the nigga who she was sucking and fucking, and he didn't
And then-
do it. So
So I'm gonna chime in on yours as like my don't blow my high too.
Yeah.
Like, stop. A few people, more than a few people, was like, whoever snitched on her was wrong. I'm like, first she put it on the fucking internet. She told on herself.
yeah, there's no snitch.
Like, there's no snitching. You know what I
And
mean?
when you go viral, the news is a part of going viral.
Exactly.
Like, 9 times out of 10, it reaches the news, and sometimes some of the stuff that reach the news don't necessarily get put out there. They just
Exactly.
some stuff
So
just get lucky not to get put
it's
out
not
there.
inciting enough.
Yeah, like
But check it. On top of that, when the news reported this situation, the so-called culprit, this young lady, was in the comments on the news' post saying, if y'all think that was some shit, you should see what I did in Winn-Dixie on the frozen pizzas.
I will not
Hey.
buy frozen pizza.
And she put the link, like, she put the arrows down to the link and all in the comment. Like,
So there's a video of her.
apparently somewhere, if it hasn't been taken down.
it's something, man.
And then the next day, she was like, yo, to all the news sites, I know y'all are reading this right now. I'm not going to talk to anybody but the highest bidder. So shoot me a number.
She capitalized off
Bruh.
that shit.
She's smart.
Hey, she Kim Kardashian the game, or at least she's trying to.
But yeah, again, don't blow my high with the bullshit, man. Let that girl be what she is, man. If she a hoe to you or she a porn star, let her be that. Like,
Hey.
you wasted a lot of negative energy just saying what we shouldn't be reacting to or what we
Yeah.
shouldn't be paying attention to. I didn't really pay no attention to the shit. I didn't really I saw it because it was all on my timeline, but I didn't engage in the conversation about it. I already knew who she was. I already knew what she did, and I had a chance to see the video myself, so there was nothing else for me to really talk about.
Yeah.
It was a lot of negativity about it. Like, it was just like unnecessary. Like, I mean, uncalled for. Like, I don't judge you people when you come in detail or tax season and spend a whole $1,000 check on straight shoes.
Talent show
I don't judge
season.
you. It's
Talent
your
show
check.
season.
Shout out to DTLR too, man.
Yeah, man. Definitely shout out to DTL.
Yeah, they definitely support Stoner's Lane, and they have on multiple occasions on
Definitely.
DTLR radio.
Definitely.
So,
Yeah.
big up to Robin Hart.
The company themselves, and
Yeah.
what word I'm looking for? The not promotional, the marketing, the
Department.
marketing department of DTL.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Tremaine up in Baltimore, and
Hey, don't blow my high by shouting people out during my "Don't Blow My High" segment.
oh, all right.
I'm just
well,
bullshitting because I
you know.
shouted them out. Hey, but no, hey, pass that bottle of Patron, sir.
Uh-oh.
Anybody
Patron.
got a "Don't Blow My High" while I take me a shot?
I do.
Yeah, we're going to let Dreamers. I chimed in on yours, so I'm good.
True.
Uh,
Just like the white man.
I'm not gonna go in too deep with what I'm about to say because
We got time.
it could go deep. But at the same time, if I go deep with this, it's gonna cause us to get in our feelings. You feel what I'm saying?
Bro, stop saying go deep.
I couldn't say pause fast enough.
We're not gonna go that deep. But and recently, I've been going through a lot, dealing with transitioning from my job to promotional. God bless her soul. My granny, she passed recently. I've been dealing with that. I've been dealing with past relationship. I just got out of during that 3-year relationship. I transitioning from that relationship to moving and trying to find another spot. I just been going through a lot, and with that, I still live every day, and I still meet new females and meet new friends and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
the females that I've been meeting,
Here it
they
comes.
don't know how to like it's like they get too comfortable and get too in their feelings and don't know how to like give me space when I tell them that I need space. Like, my high is completely blown. If I tell you I'm going through a lot, give me space. I'll come back around to you, and everything's cool. Like, me and you, we're cool. All of us, one big happy family. We're all cool. You feel what I'm saying? But right now, this time of my life, I'm really going through too much that I can't bear all of it for real. And a lot of that has brought me to the point to where you've blown my high. And now before you blow my high, I've already had a zero tolerance, period.
Now it's
I gave that situation the benefit of the doubt, and because you got to be humble at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, don't blow my high. Just if I tell you,
Back
give
the
me
fuck
some
back.
space, just back and just chill on me, and just give me some time because. Like my dog Damon said, White Boy said in the last episode,
You never know.
you never know what you're going through.
Huh?
You never know what somebody going through. Like,
And if
People
you've
be so-
been
people be so
warned,
s-
don't bitch up when I snap on you.
exactly.
I've already told you, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I feel
exactly.
you.
And I
feel
don't
you.
want to do that.
Yeah.
And I've been having to do that, dog. Like, I've been having to do that with people. Like,
Yeah.
back, like I've been having to get out of character with certain people. Like, I don't like being like that. I'm a positive person. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Team Positive. I'm about to bring that back into play too. But yeah, just that's my don't blow my high, and that's for a lot of people too. Like, if somebody tell you they going through something, man, and you just gotta take that for what it is, and you gotta let that person, especially if that person is being real with you and telling you straightforward. There's nothing wrong. I don't have a problem with you. There's nothing wrong with me and you. There's just something that I have to get through.
Yeah.
And I don't need you pressuring me or bugging me or, you know what I'm saying, being selfish-minded and trying to put yourself on the front burner like, hey, me. It's not about you. It's about me right now because I'm going through something and I just need you to give me space. Don't blow my high.
Yeah. Don't
So-
blow my motherfucker. That's an important thing in life, man. Like, and I actually live my life that way. I don't try to blow nobody high, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it's like to have yours completely blown and not have no way to get back to that state of mind at the moment. You feel me?
It's not a good feeling.
It's not. So like, just again, be mindful and don't blow our high, man. Let us do what we do. You know what I'm saying? So that's the end of the segment. While we got Dreamers here, man, with us for the first time of the podcast, I really want to take some time to like really let the people know what this thing of ours is about, bro. Like I did my best on the episode,
Shmoney. No.
on the first episode to like try to tell about the inception of the brand. You know what I'm saying? Like but I let people know that the inspiration came from you. I let people know that the inspiration came from your mind and your music, but it was just a brief introduction. But
Yeah.
I want to know as your brother, and I want to like, you know what I'm saying, let the listeners and the world be able to, you know what I'm saying, find out just how. Because again, you and I were not around each other to sit and talk about Stoner's Lane, the concept, nor the music before it came out. When I came around you one day and you were in the studio, you told me that you and one of the artists on your tape had been in the studio all night. You let me hear a song that you and him did, and then you actually let me hear quite a few more tracks of a almost completed mixtape at the time that I knew nothing about. I didn't even know my brother had been making this music at all. But I really want to know, like, from you, what started Stoner's Lane? Because it was a mixtape before it was a brand, but where did that thought come from in your mind, and when? Like, how?
I was, again, shout out to Troy Solomon. He said he made the way for me to be able to sit down and be around other artists in the studio and to be able to learn, because when I made Stoner's Lane, the mixtape, majority of that mixtape, I recorded myself. I actually learned how to use Pro Tools and Fruity Loops.
Okay.
Oh, you make beats and shit.
But just the being with our lifestyle that we already endured.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you gotta remember, like, even back in the day, like when we was smoking, bro, we was smoking big J's, Amid, and Reggie. Like we was like,
But
we
having
was,
epic
like,
sessions,
Bob,
though.
like Bob Marley's. But the sessions, like the type of music, we weren't just sitting down just in a quiet room smoking. Like you've always been on that music to me, and that's one of the things that made me and you click as a friend back in the day, because I was always a big fan of just vibed out music, like people that just had good music.
Hell yeah.
And with that, all of that together, just being in the lifestyle in the studio and seeing all the different people that was coming through CTC Studios, shout out to Cut the Check Records, Cut the Check Studios, and all the artists that was on that. I was in the studio one day and it just hit me. Like I think I had like maybe like 3 or 4, probably like three, I'll say 4 at the most songs that I already had made, like not even fully done, but I probably did a song, stopped, went on to another song and did it, and then out of the blue, I was just like, you know what? I'm in here enough. I got the code to the alarm. He done gave me a key to the building. I can come in here, like,
might as well go to work.
I darn near be spending the night in there sometimes because I don't know how to record. So I'm in there recording some of Troy Solomon's artists. You feel what I'm saying? So one night I was just in there and it was 4 songs that I had done. On that 4th song, I think I was playing it and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drop a mixtape. Yeah. And I'm going to call that mixtape Stoner's Lane. I said it just like that. It was all in one beat. I said, I'm going to make a mixtape. And I'm going to name it Stoner's Lane. That's what I'm going to do. You feel what I'm saying? And from that moment on, I was in straight artist mode. From when I came up with the idea, I was an artist. I wasn't even an artist before I was just in the studio just making it because I had access to it. Like I was just taking advantage of the situation.
And that's what I tried to tell people in the previous episodes and any other time I talk about Stoner's Lane. Like, you know, me and you, man, we've been in what some people were trying to make out to be studios in our day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've been in the closet with it before.
Pause.
Pause. I just mean,
Really big pause.
recording booth.
Really
a
big
closet in
pause.
someone's room was repurposed as a recording booth, and we were recording songs in the closet.
In the
That's
words,
what the
in
fuck I
the,
meant.
in the words of Black Youngster, pause.
We live in a day and age now to where
can't
we
say
can't
shit.
say nothing.
But man, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that was just fucking around. Like you said, at that time,
Pause.
neither of us was. God damn it!
Or were you?
We weren't taking the art of recording music as serious
There you go.
at the time. Shit. Neither of us considered ourselves artists, you know what I'm saying? And that was back in 2006, 2005 and shit like that.
Damn.
So the mixtape, again, y'all, came out in like 2012. So
Exactly.
when Dreamers was in this studio at this time, I didn't know him to be a fucking recording artist. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know him to have real artist aspirations. So, like he just said, man, that shit just happened. It just popped out. But
It really did.
okay, what you saying you gonna make a mixtape and call it Stoner's Lane all in the same thought? Like,
After that, I became an artist. Like
Yeah.
I started like no, I really got in real deal artist mode. Like it was like I see what it is. I know what it is to be an artist. Like now I'm an artist.
yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like it's artistry. Like it's a real deal craft. It's real deal picture painting. It's real deal, you know what I'm saying, putting the
did
pieces
that too.
together.
Yeah.
Like it's really that with the word artist. You feel what I'm saying? Like I took it way more serious. Like I took it so serious, like I was getting in trouble for being in the studio more than I was doing my work in the print shop. That's how serious I took it. Dreams,
Hey.
get your ass back over there and print them shirts.
hey man,
You feel what I'm
no.
saying? Like, yeah, I mean, I took it that serious
that's what's up.
for real.
So Stoner's Lane was like the first title. Though.
I didn't have no other name because we would like before, and that was before we really started buying water bongs and bowls and all of that. That was that's before we really got into that, like, and really like trying to really transition over to papers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like we had to, it hit me like I'm a stoner for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, correction. Me and my brother, we stoners. You feel what I'm saying? 'Cause,
Oh,
like,
they
really,
the originals.
when I said Stoner's Lane, what I meant by that, bro, like you were in my mind when I thought about that because nobody did. Like when people look at us, I felt like when people look at us, people already knew that word Stoner's Lane. Like these are the Stoner's Lane boys. Like that's what it is. You feel what I'm saying?
Real shit.
Like I already knew that it was gonna go. Like I knew that it was gonna be catchy. Being that the fact that I didn't have a logo back then, I wasn't even thinking about that. Like I was just thinking about I need to drop some music for people to be in our lane, to feel what I'm feeling, to know like what I done been through with me and my brother, like the stuff we go through when we just in life general with this lifestyle with just stoners. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is our lane. This is what we do.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
bro. I never heard that story like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, like-
we never had that conversation about that. But that's dope as fuck, dog.
Yeah.
Cause I do my best to explain it to people for that as that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause people ask me, what is Stoner's Lane? And I'm like, man, it from what my brother told me, it's just a lifestyle, but it's a representation of staying in your own lane. And for people knowing us is, like you said, being stoners and being into the culture, that's the lane we've chosen. So that's the lane we gonna vibe in. We gonna rep that shit. We gonna, if it ain't that, it probably ain't us. If we can't smoke in the building, we might not be there. And if we are there, we gonna be uncomfortable. Shout out to
Yeah.
All Pro Studios again for letting us do this. But
Yeah.
goddamn it, we'd be a lot more comfortable if we was able to really be in this bitch doing what the stoners do right now.
In due time, we're gonna be able
It's
to
coming,
do that
though.
Yeah, we'll
because
be able to,
as of right now, this very second, we pretty much can smoke anywhere we're at.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like literally, like
Yeah.
anywhere. Like no, like we be in places and certain people may walk up to us and say you can't do that, and then in that very second, there's somebody right behind them stopping them, telling them, No, they can do that.
Yeah, they do what the fuck they want to do.
We them boys for real. Like, we them boys
Yeah.
for real. Like, when Wiz Khalifa say we them boys, like, we're a part of that.
That shit feels
You
so
feel what I'm saying?
good,
Shout
bro.
out to Wiz and Chevy Woods. We done met
That
them
shit
boys. Them
feels
boys
so
know who
good.
he is.
They know what's up.
We
They
can
really
finally
do.
break all the rules and with permission. You feel what I'm saying?
Within the movement of weed legalization, like, there's gonna be a dispensary that's gonna be called Stoner's Lane.
Believe
You
that.
feel me?
Like, really?
Believe that.
We're getting into business.
You hear me? It's
You
coming,
feel me?
bitch, you.
For real.
Hey,
I'm
so
cool,
the features
bruh.
on the tape. So check this out, because a lot of the people who featured on that tape, man, during the time that you were recording, or right after, during the time that you were working at that studio, when I came to hang out with you and smoke with you and shit like that, pull up on my brother because I didn't get to see him as much as I wanted to back then. Every time I pull up, he was introducing me to a new artist a lot of times, and
Yeah.
these were artists who
They
were
fucking with the kid. They
these
know
were,
who the real
these were
Stoner
artists
is.
who were already doing their thing, you know what I'm saying, in their neighborhoods or whatever, or also as far as music is concerned, they was already trying to record and doing something. But like that situation in the studios where I met people for the first time, like Tokyo Jets, who's now signed to Grand Hustle and shit with
Hey.
T.I. That was where I first met people like Prime Definition. Back then, he was going by the
Free
name Lil
Prime.
Trub, wasn't he?
Free Prime.
You know what I'm saying? Trub.
Free Prime,
You know
man.
what I'm
Free
saying?
Prime.
Free Prime.
He
man.
out, but he ain't out all the way.
Let him
Yeah.
off that chain, man. But he'll be all the way out there sooner or later. But that was where I met people like him, and even the, you know what I'm saying. Tokyo wasn't on the tape, but I just had to shout her out because I met her there, and it was because of Dreamers. The first time I met her, I was passing her my joint, literally. You know what I'm saying? But she was somebody I, from that point, admired her craft because I got to hear what
Who
she
that?
was doing. Tokyo.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
met her at the studio when it was down the street from here. I met a lot of them artists that was on the tape, but how did them artists get on your tape, bro? Because they were already recording. Some of them already had projects out before. How did you make that happen for real?
Well, like-
how did they have that faith in you to be like, yeah, I'm finna jump down?
All of them smoke.
True. Did you right?
Every last one of them smoke. And like I say, like, they know we them boys. They know when they come around, they gonna get high as the fuck. They gonna get high in their mind. They know that. They know it's some gas somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Whatever type of weed was popping in that era, we had the best of it. When we was smoking Reggie, we had the best Reggie. When we was smoking mid, we had the best mid. When Zona was out, we had the best Zona. When Popcorn Mid jumped, we had the best thing. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about real good Popcorn Mid. I'm talking about
That shit.
bud, no stems, no seeds.
Shit gold
You
like
feel what I'm
butter.
saying? Like people already knew what it was for real. They just already knew. When all those people, like I said, before I really started dropping it, those people those people that were features, they were already coming to the studio dropping their music.
Okay.
Some of those people, all those people I was already cool with because I was already in the studio. And once Troy found out that I knew how to record, when I didn't have no work to do over in the t-shirt shop, he used to make me go over there and record people.
Okay.
He used to cut me a little check, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
a little engineer check. Like I couldn't do my thing. Shout out to Royal Montana. He had Royal Montana from the jump, Rohair Road, all the way over to when he had the studio on 8th Street.
Yeah.
And 8th and Pearl, you know what I'm saying? All of those people, they smoked, so we smoked good. And when I told them that I was dropping a project, they was like, stop bullshit. Like, they didn't believe me. They thought it was some bullshit for real. Like, I was getting clowned. Shout out to my life. I've been clowned my whole life. That's why I'm different. That's why I'm Dreamers. You
And
feel what I'm
fuck
saying?
you if you don't like it.
Yeah, you
Oh.
know what I'm saying?
that
And I
part,
take that
you
for
know.
what it is. I love being different. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why Stoner's Lane is Stoner's Lane. It's our lifestyle. You can't be in this lifestyle if you're not humble. You feel what I'm saying? If you're not that type, if you don't just enjoy a regular, fuck weed. If you just high off life, you know what I'm saying? You're in Stoner's Lane. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, I wish I could explain more detail in depth
It's a vibe,
about what
Khaled's
Stoner's
voice.
Lane is, because it's so deep in the earth's core. Like, y'all just don't even, y'all gotta feel me on this. You feel what I'm saying? When I told them people I had this project, they laughed. They thought I was bullshitting
Yeah.
until I hit that motherfucking space bar.
Okay.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Space is play. Space is
Yeah.
play.
When I hit that space bar in the
You
studio,
feel me? And that beat drop
that
with the
beat
lyrics
drop-
on that motherfucker.
especially when I bought that beat tape from Cardo,
You bitch
Oh
you.
yeah.
and I started, oh my God, they was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get on that. You feel what I'm saying? I got a track on the tape called High Life. And
Real good,
that's featuring
great.
Trub. He go by Prime Definition right now. You know what I'm saying? Audio Crack is definitely in the street. Shout out to Prime Definition. Yeah, we got a dope track on the tape. Tiana Vinay, like the song that played at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah.
That was Get High, featuring Tiana Vinay and Trelly Trail, aka Mr. Talk About. Like, me and Trelly Trail, we went to daycare together. We used to sleep on mats next to each other. So that there was a given. We called it treehouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was in the treehouse together back in the day. So when I told him I had something going on, he was already with it. He was just ready to come record.
Yeah. Tell me when.
Okay.
Tell me when
Period.
to go.
Tiana Vinay, she was already just rocking with CTC, period. So she was always in the studio. She was one of the artists. She was always in the studio. And I told her I had a track. And shout out to Briscoe. You know what I'm saying? I had to remix your shit, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fruits of my labor, you know what I'm saying? This beat was timeless, so I had to write some real shit.
Hey man.
And I put it together, and that came out. See, I got some other artists on there too.
Yeah. What Skittles on songs like he Jay Eaton now.
Jay Eaton, he used to go by Skittle. We ripped the track called Hen and Loud. You know what I'm saying? I got a confession. Sidebar. I'm a Remy boy now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
I used to be a Hennessy man, but you know, I'm a Remy boy.
Things
now,
change.
Man. Things change, man. That Remy just do something to
Yeah.
me, man. Like 1738 or just regular Remy Martin, man, or either XO, you know.
Hey.
How about
you
that?
feel me?
But yeah, that's them features wasn't nothing but love, man. Like they got
That's
on like
awesome.
people, and the crazy thing is like they didn't just. I knew it was real because they didn't get on there and just like
Give you a
they
boo
put
verse
they-
or something, yeah.
They put their souls on there. Shout out to Dre Luciano, man.
Dread.
You feel what I'm
That-
saying?
hey, that's one of my favorite verses on the
what's
tape.
His new name is Dapper Dan.
Oh, okay.
You feel what I'm saying? His new rap name Dapper Dan, and his new music is stupid.
And see,
Like,
this says a lot in itself, man. Like you got on, these people got on your shit. This is what I was talking about. Like these people are still artists. These people are relevant artists. These people, they've evolved and changed their names and gone professional and all kind of shit. But my dog was in the trenches with these people. And like you say, the first time I pulled up on him, he was in the studio with Royal and Skittles. It was just him and Skittles when I pulled up. I think Royal ended up coming to the studio later that day. But him and Skittles said they had been in there all night working on that Hen and Loud. They was dead ass serious. Like they was in there.
we went and ball hen and we went and ball loud.
You
and
hear
we
me?
had a real deal session and we came up with something golden. Now, just being honest, my mixtape wasn't mastered at all.
I mean, a lot of people's first project isn't. That's
And a
the
lot of
point.
people- and a lot
But the
of
reason I say that is because, well, I don't necessarily know how many people or if people put mixtapes out, full projects out on datpiff.com because datpiff.com is a big gateway to get your music out and for the world to hear your stuff.
Yeah.
And when you want the world to hear your stuff, you want your stuff to sound golden.
Yeah.
But I had a slight mix. Shout out to Roy Montana. He raw at that mixing. You feel what I'm saying? But I will be revamping that and getting those songs. Damon, yes. White boy, yes. I'm gonna come to you and I'm gonna let you put that touch on it. Don't be a fucking asshole.
if you know what's good for
Because
you,
you
my
side-eyeing
G.
me.
If you know what's
You
good for
are
you, my G.
that dude when it comes to that engineer shit.
Bitch. He gonna let you fly the hook and add an echo.
You feel me? I flew a hook before we left the house.
Yeah, man.
Real shit. He had
Oh,
me
yeah,
fly
he
a hook
put-
before we left the house for
Oh,
him and
yeah,
Max
boy.
out.
Hey,
Max
that-
out.
Hey, boy, that shit.
Max out.
That shit I just dropped before I left the house.
Hey.
Ooh-wee.
You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, be
Hey.
on the lookout for that new shit, man. Dream shall fly.
Hey.
That's what's up, man. I'm proud of you, bro. Like you shouted us out at the beginning of this episode, man. I'm really proud of you, dog.
Yeah.
How about that?
on a lot of levels, dog. Like
Yeah.
for real, for that tape, for what it's done for us. You know what I'm saying? Like
It brought us a long way. It really did. Like just like looking back on who inspired us, Wiz and Currency, bro. Like certain tapes that they dropped inspired our lives, bro. Like
Yeah.
it like
I told people that
it
your name is
moved
how I
us a
fly.
whole different. It moved us like a whole different era, bro. Like I don't think like just calling out one mixtape when Wiz dropped Cushion Orange Juice. I don't think our life would have been the same.
I heard the Cushion Orange Juice story.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't have dropped Cushion Orange Juice, I don't really think we would be here talking about a Stoner's Lane, bro. I honestly don't think that, bro.
We probably would.
Like for real, bro. Like that, he made the wave, bro. I'm telling you. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa, man.
Real shit.
For real.
But yeah, man, like I said, I'm proud of you, bro. Like for the music, and that's one of the reasons why I really was excited about thinking about this type of platform, dog. Cause this makes us sitting around talk about us make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We sat around and talked about us to each other for a long fucking time, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, with nothing else going
Yeah.
on. But I wanted to bring this to the world, dog, or to the
Exactly.
people who fuck with us. I want them to be able to fuck with us without having to be around us. Cause there's people who've been around us and they know that the shit epic when they around us.
Well,
They know.
Well, and you know, life is real, and we're all adults. So
That's what
now
I'm
we
saying.
can't hang around people like we want.
Yeah,
So
so
now
this
they
is
can
the
at least
hangout.
listen and vibe out. Because I know when Nakia listens, she be texting me like, Justin's a fucking fool. I didn't realize he's that fucking stupid. Or did
I
he
love
really
it,
just,
man.
you know what I'm
They
saying?
fuck
So
with us because they
Yeah.
fuck with us.
I love it, and you
know
see,
what I mean?
like we put your track at the beginning of this episode. We're gonna put a lot of your music into this shit because
Yeah.
this is yours. This is
Yeah.
you. Even when you not here, bruh, this you. We gonna always promote
appreciate
you.
that,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Whenever we say Stoner's Lane, it's like we calling your name out, fool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Pause.
we gonna always rock like that. And I just wanted people to know that story, man. I wanted people to know where this came from. Even though I have my title as far as the brand and company is, I want people to know that this shit came out of your mind, not mine. You know what I'm saying? Some people see me, or my people see me, and they really think this is my shit. But it's like this
Oh.
is something that I try to help promote my brother's shit with. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I inspired him to brand himself because I saw that he had something real. Like that Stoner's Lane shit was something, bro. Even with it not being a mastered project, like the concept is dope. It's just golden, bro.
It is.
It's done a lot for us, bro. We appreciate it. We salute that shit. We're gonna continue to salute it and break it down and let people feel every piece of what go on with us. Like they gonna understand the reason behind it. If they don't get it right away, they gonna get it eventually. Like they gonna know what's going on while we making certain moves and shit.
It's gonna make us rich. Stoner's Lane gonna make us real wealthy. Especially with like, and I'm just gonna bring this back like with the culture
Yeah.
of marijuana. Like, bruh, when marijuana is fully legal recreational, y'all can watch out. 'Cause we're gonna be rich overnight. Like, whatever I'm doing in my life is gonna come to a stop.
Just
And
call
I'm
me
gonna
Billy.
clear my bank account. I'm gonna clear my safe, and I'm putting all my money into whatever I need to put it into the culture, because it's a proven fact that you make millions a year fucking with the culture.
Call
Yeah,
me
man.
Billy.
And I'm just being dead serious. Like, numbers don't lie. I've done my research, and the research is real. Take a trip to Colorado, man. Colorado got fucking hash oil factories. Not hash oil stores, not hash oil
Vending machines.
vending machines.
They
They have those too.
They
Yeah,
manufacturing
but
this
I'm
shit.
talking about factories. Like, so that mean like that's just over huge. Like, Stoner's Lane is like Stoner's
It's
Lane
on the way here,
just the
bro.
lifestyle is just, it's gonna make us rich.
Yeah.
And when it's,
Wealthy.
and when it's legal,
Very wealthy.
and we're able to bring out those Stoner's Lane parties,
Oh man.
it's gonna be like some Scarface shit.
We've
You know
had
how you
some.
seen them Hollywood parties where they got every drug of choice on silver platters around the. That's gonna be the Stoner's Lane parties, but it's gonna be gas and edibles.
I often say it ain't gonna be no coke.
no, but yeah,
Um,
like that shit's gonna be epic.
I I didn't talk to y'all about this, but I'm really looking forward to, since literally like, you know, none of us, we ain't been around each other, but you know, and
A
then
couple times this year.
You know,
Yeah.
we only been around each other a couple times this year. Like, you know, we say what we want to say here and there on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
you know, we're known. You know, we have a mouthpiece for real. You know, we really don't. None of us have no fucking filter for real.
At all.
You feel what I'm saying? And none of us came into this year prior or after saying we had a New Year's resolution
No.
or none of that. You know why though, right? Because this out here for real.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
we
This is our
jumped. We
year.
jumped in head first and took off for real.
I remember me and Justin was talking about like we didn't necessarily have a date for when we was gonna do a launch party or whatever, but if y'all cool with it this year, I'm really looking forward to launching the Stoners Lane launch on 420. Like it's I feel like we have enough time, and I feel like we have the platform.
We got enough supporters in this business that we can pull it off.
We can pull it.
Let's go for it.
We have enough. We have
can pull it off.
we have enough places to do in privacy. Like we have the platforms
We
for
can
it
do the
now.
kind of shit we want to do.
We can do what we have the place that we can want to do it now and not necessarily get in trouble or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, someone hate on us or you know what I'm saying. But we'll talk
talk
about that.
offline.
We'll talk
Yeah,
about
we're
that
gonna-
later. You
off-
feel what I'm saying?
off
But
the air.
like I said, I didn't talk to y'all about it, but I kind of feel like it's about time to go ahead and just do it now. Like
We
You
can
heard.
do it. It's doable. We just
yeah,
gotta
that launch is
make
gonna
a
be
couple
real.
phone calls, and you
That
know.
launch is gonna be real.
That's what's up, man.
They're gonna think
Hold
a
on.
concert in the city about that launch.
On a sidetrack note, we did have a conversation piece request via Facebook today.
What that,
Oh, the walkie-talkie store.
How about that?
Hey, that's crazy how this came about too, because there was a conversation on Facebook.
the Walmart walkie-talkie?
Yeah. From one of our most loyal, most enthusiastic listeners, man. She's actually a friend of ours. Her name is Nikia. She's a mutual friend. Me and Damon know her from separate, like,
Yeah.
was you with us? With me, you and JB? when
Yeah,
we
I
went?
met you. Yeah,
All
I
right,
met
so
you.
yeah, we met through different ways. but
Avenues
she's-
of life,
She's an
yeah.
actual mutual friend. She's not just a random fan of the podcast. But she's an actual mutual friend of all ours. And she works. She told a story about some shit that happened at Walmart, where a member of management literally said, "Cash me outside" over the walkie-talkies at Walmart. And that was just hilarious to me. To catch me outside, you know, the little catchphrase you
How
heard
about
bro
that?
say from the little chick, man. If you on the internet, you know what the fuck that's about. But me and bro used to work at Walmart together back in the day, back in our
Yeah,
younger
man.
days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
that's
we
when I had my grill, man. I was them hoes used to love. Hey, I used to stay smiling, boy.
Man, we had a ball at that bitch, all kind of antics. It could be 3-4 more episodes of stories just about Walmart if we wanted to.
For real.
Yes, it could.
One of those particular stories, me and bro we were overnight employees at Walmart, and at some point in time during our tenure there, they put us on like a midday shift that we didn't really agree with. So we turned the fuck up while we was
They
on
was
that shit.
childish
To
as
be
fuck.
honest,
We really was
did-
on some I don't give a fuck about shit. Like,
I mean, I ain't finna
That
say
was
no
so
incriminating shit, but like
irresponsible and immature
we
of
were
us.
just rebellious. Like it was a lot of shit we just chose to do just for the fact of fuck it.
and
like-
no one fucked with us for real. Like no one, like we was like really untouchable. Like we were so known and so cool with everybody, all the way up to like the general managers and
Yeah.
all. Like, we
But
didn't give a damn.
at one point in time, this was during the era of the Nextel chirps. So me and bruh had our Nextel chirp phones
We had
on
the
us,
Finex tails.
and we had we had the Nextel. Well, we had acquired some walkie-talkies. From
We stole them.
We had got us some walkie-talkies.
We stole the fuck out of them bitches.
And we found the channel that the management of our store was tuned into on the walkie-talkies. So we had our walkie-talkies on us, and these particular walkie-talkies that we had acquired had the plug-in earbud, like it's just a single earbud that you put in your ear, and it had the microphone. How the Apple earbuds are now, where they got the microphone on one of the cords that you could push and all that shit. There was a button on this cord that you could push to talk. So it was real discreet for us. While we walk around the store doing our job, we got this little earbud in, and we could push this button and tap into the walkie-talkie frequency what the manager's saying. Man, when I tell you, me and bro was around this bitch calling off orders and shit, like when the management make a call for something to go down in the store, immediately after they get off the mic making their order, you'll hear one of our voice, cancel that. Nobody could tell what the fuck was going on. We'll call members of the store to certain areas of the store for no fucking reason. Like
That was
and watch
the
them walk past
funniest
us.
shit ever. The funniest shit ever about that is when we was doing that was seeing the managers walk around
Lost is the
lost. Look, dog, that had to be the funniest shit, and it was so funny because they finally did catch us,
But they didn't.
But they didn't.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
That was watching them go over them wild goose chases, because they'll literally walk past an aisle that we're on. We know it. We'll wait till a specific manager walk past, and we'll call them back to the opposite direction we saw them walk past, so we can watch them walk past us again laughing, man. Hey,
That's some funny shit.
and at
bro.
first, like, nobody really recognized
Oh my
our voice,
God.
because we wasn't from this shift. Like, we were like the overnight boys who just came to the people who we was fucking with didn't know us like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, some other niggas, some old green ass niggas who worked with us kind of tried to like blow the spot. They kind of made the scene hot because they caught on to what we was doing, so they wanted to do it. So these niggas got them some walkie-talkies.
Again, we paved the way
Yeah,
for other
another-
niggas to be cool like us.
So they made the shit hot, but what happened was, one of the managers got called by us to a part of the store. We called her to the gardening section. I think the chick name was Jennifer or some shit. They little code, they little manager code was like C100. I don't know if that's the same shit at Walmart. We was C100 Jennifer. We did C100 Jennifer the gardening, and they would walk to the gardening section, and then like just randomly like 5 minutes later, you heard C100 Jennifer. She was like, yes. Fuck you. And I think that
We
was the straw.
started going ham.
I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back for real, because me and bro got called over the store intercom to the office, to like the manager's office. But us being who we was already on game. We was on point. So we did like how they do in TV when niggas got to ditch the work or ditch the pistol that they use to do their little dirt.
On the way to the
On the way
office.
to the office, me and bro ditched the motherfucking
But we
walkie-talkies.
was
check
ditching,
it.
We was ditching the walkie-talkies when the managers was walking around, coming and looking around to see who was fucking playing on the mic.
Yeah.
Every time they walked around, we was back on the shelves acting like we was working. No microphones on us, none of that.
Hey, so we got off of the walkie-talkies on the way to the office, but we kept the earpieces on us. You know what I'm saying? Because we knew people had already seen us with them on, right? So what we did was we just plugged the little earpieces into our Nextel phones, because the little button worked for the push-to-talk button on the Nextel phone too. So we get in the office, we talking to the manager. The manager like, word going around on the floor that y'all got walkie-talkies unauthorized or whatever. That
Do we?
We think y'all might have some of the manager's walkie-talkies. Now, mind you, none of the manager's walkie-talkies are missing. So that investigation was going to go nowhere immediately. But
And we stole walkie-talkies and ripped them bitches open and started using them.
So
Fires, $300 walkie-talkies. Like we ripped open fire shit. Like
So they immediately accused us of having walkie-talkies and asked us to like kind of empty our pockets, and we pulled out our phones and shit. Cause they were asking like, what's the headphones for? What's these earbuds y'all got in y'all ears? And we pulled out a phone. We're like, oh, we got Nextel Church, and we got the same phone and shit. So they flabbergasted. They mad as fuck now. So now it's just, well, you're not supposed to be on the floor with anything in your ear anyway. Like now they tripping about the headphones. Now it don't even matter about the walkie-talkie no more. Now it's about headphones. So we got out of that shit unscathed, and I'm sure if there was any kind of statute of limitations on that shit, it'd be up by now for whatever we did. But that was our walkie-talkie story.
didn't we go back to the aisle?
Man, we went back to the whole walkie-talkie situation.
We
period.
did. We were
turned
still
right back
watching.
the fuck up. As soon as our name was clear, we turned up
We
on
went
it.
back and turned up, man.
That shit was out. But yeah, Nakia, if you better listen to this motherfucking episode too.
You know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying? But that shit walkie-talkie story that I just felt was just, it was epic, dog, for the time, for then and
It
for
was
now.
clever.
For what I see,
It was clever.
what we used to do back in Walmart, period, don't go on in Walmart no more. None of it.
No, hell no. No,
I'm sure
you're
of
getting
it.
escorted off the perimeter.
I used to climb up behind the paper towel on the paper towel aisle and go to sleep.
On big paper. Hey,
On
you
big
might be
paper.
blowing somebody's spot, bro. Now, somebody might still be trying to do
Now
that. on the
managers
open
are gonna be walking through the aisles with a
nobody
broomstick,
doing that,
poking
bro.
the fucking
Ain't nobody doing that because you got to think about it.
No.
Back when we was working
all the
there,
cameras
bro,
and shit. Nah.
we was working there when that Walmart had been first ever probably remodeled because
Oh,
we were
yeah.
the remodel team.
And the
to get
cameras on the
on.
side of the store we was really fucking off on wasn't even cameras. Them bitches was decoys.
There's cameras over there now.
I know now, but like
There
you
was-
said,
it was
Never
bubbles,
cameras
yeah.
in there over there. So we did what the fuck we wanted to do for real.
shout out to Wally World.
Yeah, shout out to Wally World, man.
You know?
We really did. Me and Justin did some real damage in there, man. We was all up and through there, and we was them boys at Walmart too.
Hey, we've been them boys at quite a few places. I
real.
live so humble that I don't even get to enjoy that shit in the moment for what it is. It's all mine is always in
real.
retrospect. I always look back and be like, damn,
Man,
bro,
we
we
was
was
the
them boys, nigga.
Yes, sir.
You feel
You
me?
know what I mean? Hey, in other news, that might not even matter. It don't matter to me, but I just feel like we got to touch on shit that, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce pregnant.
Hey, bro, go
With
look at my
twins.
trunk, bro. Go look
I-
at my trunk, bro, and see if you can find a fuck to give.
I mean,
Like,
but
congrats.
check it.
Like, they say she pregnant with twins, so
congratulations
that's what's
on,
up.
on life. Yeah, she
Yeah.
pregnant with twins.
But I
But
don't
that, guess
care.
what? That's something that's why I brought it up.
How
Because
about that?
you know, Beyonce break the internet if she do anything.
She did,
That
and
motherfucker
right-
fought.
Right
That shit
after
is
she
going
released the
viral.
belly picture, I saw.
killing her ass on that belly.
Did you see? No, did y'all see the?
Killing her
Did you see the? I sent it to Justin, but there was a. It was a big chick with a damn dish
Yeah.
towel on her head. I was like, hell no! It didn't take long.
But no, what I was gonna say is most of the online content about that situation has been either jokes and memes or
Yeah.
just people who want to say Beyonce pregnant just to have a reason to talk about Beyonce.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like her stands and shit. But ain't nobody saying congratulations. Ain't nobody thanking their God for the
Hey.
miracle of another life being created. Ain't nobody doing none of that shit. It's just this is what's hot right now or Beyonce blinked, so let's talk. You know what I'm saying? It's
Exactly.
like, God damn, dog.
Crazy thing
This-
is, guess what? Pharrell is having triplets,
And nobody talking about that
and
shit.
ain't nobody talking.
you feel me?
And I heard somebody say it, and when they said, oh, I saw somebody say it like that. People talking about Beyonce, and somebody said, damn, well, Pharrell having triplets, and ain't nobody saying. Somebody was like, I'm tired of Pharrell.
How? No
How
one
you don't
talks-
hear about? You don't hear from
No
Pharrell.
one talks about him.
No,
You
people
don't
talk
even think
about.
about Pharrell until someone says Pharrell.
People be talking about
How the
Beyonce
fuck
on a
you
daily
tired
basis.
about-
How you tired of something that you ain't tired of? Like, I don't get it.
I saw this chick on Snapchat was like, y'all need to get off my best friend and her pregnancy. Bitch, you work at a call center. You do
Beyonce
not know
will call
Beyonce.
security on your motherfucking ass.
Security?
Believe that. Hey, guess what, man?
What?
We like up there in episode closure time. Like this
Yeah.
shit getting easier, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Goes by quick. don't
sitting down talking is getting easier, dog, for an hour. When we first talked about having a podcast, I know I talk a lot, but I didn't think I had a lot to talk about. So I ain't know
Shit.
how the fuck these
That's
episodes are gonna go.
There's life, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about, period, every day. And guess what? Me, you, and White Boy done been through some shit in our lives, bro. So it's
For
gonna be
real.
a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of guests to bring through. It's just gonna be
Oh, it's
epic.
going down once that
these
bitch once
guests
that dough get to revolving and people get either they get to come in here or we get to taking the show on the road and going to post up at somebody else's studio and blow and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? This shit finna
Coming soon.
It's gonna trust me. All that soon come.
Coming soon. And we got some YouTube action finna pop off. We're gonna start giving y'all some visual content.
Oh yeah, man. We working
So-
on that too, man. We finna start uploading the podcast episodes to YouTube. I might go back and do all of the other ones prior to this one, but I'm definitely currently working on last episode. That's gonna go up on YouTube. So the people who don't fuck with SoundCloud or don't have SoundCloud or this
Yeah,
just
you
ain't
can
their main
YouTube it.
avenue,
Yeah.
they'll be able to check it out on YouTube and have some visuals to go with some of this shit. Cause even with the one I'm working on now, Dream it's a lot of pictures of you on there while your
Bruh.
song playing, while Don't Blow My High playing.
And I got your Stoners Lane 2 mixtape cover. I already worked that. that
he,
one
he
picture.
got an idea of what
Yeah.
he think he want to be your next mixtape
Yeah,
cover.
I got you.
Cool.
But
I got you, bro.
man, we gonna bring visual content. We gonna bring more just content period to people from the brand. Like we ain't playing. This shit started
real.
from something so little, and every step is a big step for us, dog. We be doing some shit. But we gonna keep doing it. We gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, uploading the audio. The podcast is just gonna keep being what it is. We always gonna take this moment to sit down as brothers and as a brand and just talk and promote ourselves and, you know what I'm saying, really be on this shit for real. But we gonna bring so much more. I'm more enthusiastic about what we doing now than I think I've ever been, dog. Like this shit, this it's our time. And I don't give a damn about whether it's our year or not, but our time has begun.
definitely, yeah,
Our run has begun. Now wherever it's gonna end is whenever it's gonna end. But we on our run now, and I'm happy for it, dog. Like I'm strapped in for this ride.
Mine gonna end in a big ass mansion right before I make it to heaven.
You hear me?
Feel me?
For real, believe that.
But I think it's safe to go ahead and wrap up the episode. I didn't have nothing else specific to talk about. I know I didn't give no weed news.
Did you say Pacific?
specifically?
Specifically, face that.
No, I know I ain't.
That's even funnier now than it was before.
I ain't had
that
no.
petty laugh.
I ain't had a common weed news this week or this episode, but
That's cool, 'cause-
I ain't had no other pop news, and
we
it was some
good.
shit going on in politics. But man, our shit been so politically
Hey.
enthralled since we started that I purposely left that out this one.
Fuck politics. Email your local World Star representative and ask them what the fuck happened to the Vine comp this weekend.
Rest in peace, Q.
Rest
man.
in peace, Q,
I think
but-
the Vine comp was something that he was doing, and I don't know, man. But otherwise, if it was somebody else at World Star, hey, you off your shit.
Yeah, tighten the fuck up.
I watched that shit.
You fucking up my routine, Jack.
But check it, man. As usual, man, you can catch us on this podcast on SoundCloud/Bud Talk Podcast. Anything you want to tell us, you want to say to us, man, you want to thank us
Stoners
for.
Lane.
You hear me? Hit us up on Twitter.
Stoners Lane.
Man, we got Bud Talk Podcast on Twitter. We got Bud Talk Podcast on Instagram. We got Bud Talk Podcast at gmail.com for more professional conversations. If you want to talk to us about shit. Sponsorship, man.
Content.
Shit, you might be able to book us. You talking right? You know what I'm saying? Fuck with us.
I'm
However
getting
it
that
go.
Bud Talk logo
Endorsements.
tatted on me.
Ideas, just like anything you want to holler at us about,
Yeah.
do it through those social media avenues.
Definitely.
For Bud Talk Podcast. For Stoners Lane, we Stoners Lane _904 on Instagram.
Yeah.
We're Stoners Lane 904 on Twitter.
Yeah.
Look, we 4 episodes in. I still haven't confirmed whether there's an underscore on the Twitter name or not.
Well, just
But-
search Stoners Lane. The
just
logo's
search
the
Stoners
same.
Lane. That shit gonna pop up. You're gonna see the logo. Stoners Lane on Facebook. We got Stoners Lane Threads page on Facebook because
Yeah.
that's specifically for the merchandise, the clothing part of the merchandise and of the brand. You know what I'm saying? That's Dreamer's real big department right there. Is the fashion too. He the artistry and the fashion. Stoners Lane Threads is really his baby. Stoners Lane is his baby, but him and his baby had another. No, that's nasty. Fuck that part. I'll work that one out later.
Pause.
But
Pause.
you can holler at me, Justin Plains, on Facebook. High Life 904 on the other shit. That's Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. High Life 904. That's all my handles. Damon, what you got going on, man? Let them know how they can get in contact with White Stacks.
Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram is White Stacks, WHYTESTAKKS. And Facebook, just search Damon and look for the Stoners Lane logo. And,
You know, that's a bit. I was gonna try to use a big word like T.I., but I don't even know if that was the right big word. You real spoiled to just telling the whole world to just search Damon on Facebook. I'm gonna tell you that right goddamn now.
They gonna see the
Because
Stone the Plane
I
logo.
think it's a proximity thing.
People gonna catch real fucking attitudes when they type that shit in.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna stereotype it. They're gonna be typing in Damon and they're gonna be looking for a black guy.
Yeah. When you find out I'm white,
I think it's proximity though. I
They
think
gonna keep looking. They gonna keep looking on that bit like, no, this
where's he
guy.
at?
I'm sorry.
Where's he at?
No, but I was saying that
Oh.
because I know people in Duval when they search Damon, you gonna pop the fuck up. But somebody in goddamn Wichita, Kansas, when there's a Damon, there's probably
All right.
not another Damon
There's
in
not.
Kansas.
There's not.
There's probably not another Damon between Wichita and here.
Yeah, you know. So
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you know,
just search Damon.
fuck it, search Damon. Keep
Yeah.
going. I ain't mean to
or
interrupt.
or
Cool,
or
cool.
if you add Dreamus or Justin, just search Damon in their friends list and you'll fucking find me.
Now that's fucking
saying.
smart.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very smart.
So
That's
but
why you're
yeah,
white.
You know.
How can they get in touch with the man behind the
Dreamus.
brand?
On Facebook, you can find me at Dreamus Nurse.
You ain't have
Somebody,
to say that. See,
they fucking hacked my page. It was Dreamus How Fly. That's my artist name, Dreamus How Fly. You can find me on Twitter
Page
at
Dr. Nerd.
howfly_hippie. You can find me on Instagram at howfly_hippie. Snapchat, howfly_904. Yep. The Stoner's Lane.
you know we talk that bud talk.